Hello and welcome to This Week I'm Learning, the podcast where we want to show you a whole new world, a dazzling place that we never knew. But, oh well, I tried. But no thanks to that goddamn genie in Agrabah, my name is not Brandon Vader, but it is still Colton Roper, and I will be a substitute host today. Brandon, unfortunately, will not be with us this week. He does send his love, but he did send a note as well saying the lizard people did it. So I don't know.
It's also his birthday today, and he is officially 35 years old. Because he's old as fuck.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
Old as dirt. But that's okay. Yeah. Joining me are two of my good for acquainted people I know, including the man himself, Charlie Stiffler, also known as Mjolnir, and I can't remember your tagline all of a sudden, but you know what it is.
Probably spelled wrong, so I always get it right.
That's what it fucking is. And also joining me to this side above me is Cody Stratman, the man by many names. We got Psychonitrous, Zito Valdair, Striving
Roman
to
Geek.
Fail, and Roaming Geek. That's all I remember, but I'm sure there's like 30 or 40 more, right?
That's all I remember too, so.
How the hell are you guys doing this week?
Better now.
Excellent. Yeah, you've pounded that half of that already, so yeah, looks like you're doing better. I hope. Excellent.
Hey,
Cody,
here's my PSA for everyone at home. Wear your fucking seatbelts.
We are a pro seatbelt podcast here at TWIL. Wear your goddamn
Turns
seatbelt.
out you don't do well when you go through your windshield.
I would like to think there's a tagline joke in there, but nope, just wear your goddamn seatbelt, people. Otherwise, we will find you. Lizard people will find you. But, so we got a short... Oh, it's probably going to be a relatively short episode. I mean, there's only 3 of us presenting this week, but we know how we are, so it could be anywhere between 35 minutes and 6 hours. So let's get right into it, shall we? Charlie is going to...
I'm doing good, too, I guess. No.
Yeah, I interrupted.
You said you were
asking
good.
him.
No, I didn't. I didn't say
I'm sorry,
anything.
I screwed up your flow. I
Fine.
apologize.
How are you, Cody?
I'm doing good, even though I'm not there anymore. Now back in the
Oh
city.
no,
Oh,
he's in
no.
a different part of paradise.
Oh,
Wee.
no. Well,
I'm feeling the
pour
love
one
here.
out. Pour one out for Cody. But
I have
to
a new
actually get
reason to
into
hate
this-
Discord, too.
oh,
Oh,
well,
so...
tell us real quick. You got 1 minute.
A mini tale. So I decided that I was going to subscribe to Nitro. I know, subscribe and me, those words usually don't go together. So I did that because I wanted to post video bigger than 8 megs, because there is no video smaller than 8 megs. It just doesn't exist.
They don't exist, yeah.
Anyway, so I did my usual thing. I do my, okay, I'll get a year subscription, and then I'll immediately cancel it, because fuck getting it renewed. Like, no, you don't get to do that. I choose when to pay. Anyway, what comes with the subscription is 2 server boosts, which I still have no idea what those do, but I figured I would boost our Discord server. Guess what? In order to boost the server, even though they come with the server, you have to... It says that you have to change the status of your subscription, or your, status change of the subscription in order to boost the server. So I can't actually use that, because it says that it's upset that I'm canceling.
Yeah, because you immediately canceled it, yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't cancel. I bought a year subscription. It doesn't cancel until 2022.
Right. You need to have it set up as a renew in order for you to be able to boost.
Discord is thinking long term.
It's called boost and then cancel. That's how you do
But that's stupid.
So why
That's
don't
how
you?
I did
no,
that.
no. So here's why you fix that. You renew real quick, then you boost, and then cancel it again. You wouldn't pay for another year. It wouldn't make you. I hope.
I'm just saying that there's a problem.
Oh, it's probably a coding issue. I don't think it's nefarious.
Anyway.
I think
No,
most
its
people
problem is it's accounting for people like you that don't want subscriptions, but want the perks that they want to have you pay for.
But I paid for
what
it.
I did.
I paid
How
for
I-
a year.
See, I got 3 months of Nitro free because I pay for what do I pay
Amazon?
for Xbox Game Pass.
Oh, okay.
So I got
And I
free
pay
with
for
that.
YouTube Premium, and I got 3 months free for that.
So it's pretty cool. So, meh. Doesn't really give us anything except for a boosted server, but we're not there yet. We'll get there.
Wow.
But
Rant
probably
on.
should Probably should get into it a little bit. Charlie's going to be talking about Wuff, Wuff, Wuff. I don't know the song. I'm sorry, but it's a meme. I know it's a meme. I get the
Yeah.
meme.
I have no idea.
Wet ass
Wet
something.
ass something, yeah. We'll leave it there. And Cody, because he's a son of a bitch, is going to be talking about Rian Pasa Tai Leo, and I put all of the emphasis on the wrong syllables intentionally to fuck you.
Leo.
Oh, you made it sound
So-
Italian somehow. I knew you were going to pronounce that last word wrong anyway. That's okay. Because
Leo.
no,
Hell.
still way wrong.
I know.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Well, that's okay because Colton is going to really take my breath away. That's a bit fishy.
You know it, baby. So, shit, Charlie, you want to lead us off?
Oh, I suppose I can.
Excellent.
So, as you guys may be recalling from about, I don't know, this time last year, I presented an architectural accomplishment. Excuse my dog barking in the background. The World Architecture Festival is approximately this time every year, and its winner, or building of the year, is this structure. And this
Ooh.
structure is in Copenhagen, Denmark, and it is a snowless ski slope with hiking trails, over 200 real trees. It's astroturf for the ski slopes. It's got a terrain park. It's got all sorts of different features. Over here, over my shoulder, right about there, is the world's tallest climbing wall at over 100 meters of continuous climbing. Outdoor climbing wall. Gigantic. And you're like, okay, well, that's cool. But what is underneath it is the world's most efficient waste-to-energy power plant. So it is a power plant and a ski slope. And
That
a
is
city park,
actually
basically.
very smart. I like that.
Yeah, so the power plant is inside, underneath all of this. And so they are literally taking an eyesore and plopping a ski slope on top of it. So that's pretty neat. There is an elevator that is right about my hand. It is right there. There's an elevator that takes you directly all the way to the top of the ski slope. It is year-round skiing, which is, kind of a feat in Denmark. It is the design. It was completed by, and I'm going to butcher this because I don't speak Dutch, but Bjark Engels Group, or BIG for short. He had the idea of this waste-to-energy power plant, but it ultimately turned into a ski slope, hiking path, climbing wall experience that basically he wanted to stick two big middle fingers up to modern city architecture where you don't walk on that grass and you have to wait for green lights and all that stuff, and you don't climb on buildings, and just basically turned it all on its head. What's interesting about this structure, other than the fact that it won the prize this year, it cost an estimated $670 million, but when you take into account the average cost of a power plant being relatively close to that, it is expected to burn 400,000 tons of municipal solid waste annually. The ski slope is 79 feet tall, a sloped roof that doubles as a year-round artificial ski slope, hiking slope, climbing wall. It was open to the public October 4th of 2019. The world's tallest climbing wall, and the power plant is designed to change between operational modes, producing anywhere between 0 and 63 megawatts of electricity servicing more than 600,000 people annually, or and 157 to 247 megawatts of heat. So what it does is it has a circulating system. When you have the generation, it circulates and turns it into steam. Well, Denmark uses a forced water heating system for most of its heating needs. So it uses a vast majority of its energy to actually transmit into water heat to be transmitted throughout the district, making it much more efficient than the average. It also produces more clean water than it uses because of filtration and other technologies. Sulfur emissions is expected to be reduced by 99.5%, nitrous oxide by about 95%, as well as dioxins and hydrochloric ions are also diminished drastically. This plant's emissions are purely hot air and steam, and it burns garbage. It is a highly efficient, it is the cleanest waste to energy power generation system in the world. So that big stack right there is the steam plant, and out the backside is actually the energy plant. And here is a very cool view of the climbing wall. So that is ground level. It's about a platform about 5 feet off the ground. So this is a CGI picture of the climbing wall. But it is, like, for a rock climber like me, this is on the bucket list, for sure. So this is absolutely something that could be recreated. And it doesn't have to be, a sloped ski hill, but, repurposing the exterior and facade of a power plant, that all of the building materials used to create this structure are recyclable. So that is aluminum bricks. That superstructure is recycled materials. So really should be the way we do power generation anymore. Because why does a building need to suck in order to have a function? It can be beautiful too. God damn it.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
actually freaking awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. I think the answer would be cost. Would be my question on that. But that
Money's
doesn't
made up.
that doesn't take away from the awesomeness of this.
Hold on. I am Googling average power plant cost.
I'm just curious.
Power plant construction. Hold on.
Ooh.
And filling dead space.
You can tell we're good at this.
Oh, that's how we're good at talking.
So, average cost of a natural gas is $5.3 million for 74 generators. That has the equivalent of 6,500 megawatts. So, much cheaper, but the fuel isn't free. Wind is 13 million for 66 generators. That creates 8,000 megawatts. But again, maintenance. So huge mechanical maintenance required. And when the wind's not blowing, it's inconsistent. Solar for 3,100 megawatts is 9.3 million. And for nuclear, it is... They don't give us numbers.
It's
and labor and
classified.
material costs are huge. But
Well,
I mean, the big thing is, like, what does this building serve the purpose of? It replaces a rec center. It replaces, it's reusing that space. It is also
but fuels
waste
it
management
too. That's what I was
Yeah,
going to
exactly.
say.
Waste management.
It's not just a power plant. It's 3 buildings in one.
Yeah,
that
anywhere
that
between
is a good point.
150 and 250 garbage truck full of garbage each day. That's not small.
Nothing. That's
And
not nothing.
considering how many landfills and gigantic piles of crap the United States has.
And
I
I'm
think
not
this is
I'm
a
not
viable solution
questioning
for power.
the cost of the like the things that I would specifically question is the cost of the plant versus like nuclear. I was actually most curious on that. And then also the cost of a regular waste to energy plant versus the cost of this.
Yeah, but there's more
Colton
than just
has
a monetary. There's more than just a monetary cost here. There's environmental. You could put this particular building in the middle of a city, and you wouldn't know it. You can't put a coal plant or a natural gas plant in the middle of the city.
And I'm not arguing this compared to coal or natural gases.
But even a nuclear plant, just from a
true. You get a lot of people that are like, "Oh, I definitely don't want that near me."
And obviously,
where people will want this near them. That's actually the other cool.
If there's a nuclear meltdown versus whatever the equivalent of this would be, which I'm guessing you can't go skiing for a couple days.
Garbage buildup.
Yeah, you just put the garbage in the landfill. It's an interesting solution. And you said it was Denmark that's doing this?
Yeah, this is in Copenhagen. This is in like downtown or the industrial center of Copenhagen. So price per kilowatt is for generation construction. Okay. Oil gas is $1,000 per kilowatt. Combustion turbine is $710 per kilowatt. Onshore wind, $1,600 per kilowatt. Offshore wind, $6,500 per kilowatt. Solar full fixed is $1,060 per kilowatt. Tracking, as in it moves across and follows the sun, is $1,130 per kilowatt. Battery storage is $1,380, and these thousands of dollars. So $1,380 of battery storage per kilowatt. Conventional hydropower is $2,700 per kilowatt. Geothermal is $2,800. Coal is $3,500. Advanced nuclear is $6,000 per kilowatt, and fuel cell is $7,200 per kilowatt. So
I didn't expect nuclear to be on the higher end of that list.
Well, that is actually nuclear is actually incredibly expensive. It's also the most consistent of all of them in some ways, but it's interesting actually. All of that, it's perfectly comparable. Fuck it.
And you'll notice that this particular system was not in that list because Wikipedia is dumb.
They don't know.
Oh yeah, this is brand new. So
yeah, I remember these type of plants in the Sim City. I mean, not this awesome though. Yeah.
Freaking Denmark, freaking Netherlands, They always do cool stuff like this. It's sad that you're not going to see this type of thing in, at least with our current political climate and other stuff like that. You're probably not going to see something like this, an experiment on this type of scale in the United States. You might see it in Thailand, actually. I could see it happening
when I saw this picture, actually, I immediately thought about this park that's in Bangkok. It's called the Chulalongkorn University Centenary Park. And basically what it is so Thailand and Bangkok has flooding issues. And the park is actually designed to retain water and basically become its own self-supporting ecosystem, too. It's a really cool concept. And that's what, as soon as you brought that picture up, I'm like, oh, huh. So, now it doesn't produce energy, but it's a different function. It's a park with a water storage function.
Yeah, there's ways that we can have modern architecture, but also make it somewhat sustainable. So I love this. This is awesome. I would love to see more big cities do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Cody, please tell us about how Ryan's pasta is better in Thai, and it was born in July because it's a Leo.
Thai, baby. Thai.
Oh, man.
Spot on, Charlie. That was perfect.
Rian Pasa Thai Lao. That last word is I still have trouble pronouncing that, but it basically means already, like doing it. And I mainly because I couldn't really think of something to talk about, so I decided that I am still learning Thai, so I figure I might as well talk about that. And there's some things that I have to correct from the first time that I went on this topic, because originally I said that Thai doesn't have linking verbs. It does, it just does not have many, or at least I have only learned 3 of them. Which is ben, ku, and you. Ben is like if you were to say, like, Colton is a person from America.
Thank you. Oh.
So you would say, Colton ben con America.
So it's the equivalent of is?
Yes,
To be,
but
if
only
you will?
used with it's really like a person describing word. So it's not it's different than you. So you is a direction or place description word. So it's used with saying, like, where is Bangkok? Like, Muang Bangkok, or, well, Muang Grintep, UT, Pratet Thai. So basically I said that Bangkok is in Thailand. You can also use it with prepositions too. So for instance, I could say, computer, you kanban dok. So basically saying the computer is on top of my desk or table. And then there's the last one, or at least the last one that I have learned so far, which is ku. And that one is like if you are giving a definition of something. So if I was describing, I'm trying to think of something that I can actually describe in Thai right now.
Describe that picture behind you, Cody.
Okay. So I could say...
just for our listeners, it is
I forget that...
Yeah, we're in audio form too. What is that picture of, Cody?
So the picture, it's a picture of the beach at Phuket. So I would say, trying to remember.
At sunrise
so I know,
or sunset?
Sunset. So the word for taking a picture is Thairup. I'm not sure if that's also the word for picture itself. So I would say Thairup ku patong. Well, no, I would use you there because I'm saying a place. I think I would still actually use ku patong, and I don't know sunset in Thai. I could say, well, I know, I don't know sun, but I could say what time of day it is. So I could say, don duk. Or actually, I guess, no, this was before sunset. Donduk starts at 9 p.m., so this would be Don Kam.
I knew that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Thai time is very different.
And for our viewers, this picture is the reason why Brandon is not joining us tonight, because today is his birthday, and he spent the entire day skiing and is not available for us. He's imbibing in the joys of being a birthday boy. But could you describe...
Instead of working. Typical.
This?
Color, maybe?
I mean, I could say...
What is the color white?
Cow. sea cow. So the trees
Cow.
are sea
Manatee?
kiao, gap sea cow, nima or himat sea cow, snow.
Okay, well,
That's-
since we have this theme going,
Okay, I'm going to describe
mountain,
everybody's
do
picture.
the mountain,
I
do
don't
the
know.
water,
I don't remember what mountain is in Thai. So
Water?
Nam,
clouds.
cloud. I don't know. Yeah, you're like choosing
teaching a
a lot of
toddler.
stuff that I don't know in Thai. I could say Don Mai, is tree, so I could say that, si kiao, or let's say the grass is si luang, si luang, gap si nam tan.
I mean, honestly, you could just say nonsense, and I'd be like, "That's impressive."
True,
You're learning
true.
so
But
much in that class."
unfortunately for me, apparently my Thai teacher has also started watching the podcast. So this is actually really bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
she's
I
gonna
didn't realize-
take away your passing grade.
Yeah,
I didn't realize
yeah,
I was using Cody as a wheel chalk for a bus. I'm sorry.
yeah.
I'm
How good is her English?
Good, excellent.
Okay.
excellent.
So you're really fucked. Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I am.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Cody's
I am
teacher, I give you permission to make his life moderately hell. Thank you.
I second that. Please do.
I
Please
I
don't.
personally
I want to hear
would
stories.
I would like to thank you for attempting to teach this ape how to learn a new language. And as he is one of my best friends, I give you full permission to make his life hell for the duration of your class. Thank you.
Apes together strong, baby.
Um,
You're the one
Yeah.
that picked Thai.
I know, I was, because I couldn't think of. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about is when I started learning Thai, I would fill in gaps with Thai with the other language that isn't English that I know poorly, which is Spanish. And there's a word in Thai that causes me so many issues. And unfortunately, it's a common word in Thai because it's also a word in Spanish, and that word is me. So in Spanish, it means like my, like mi casa. In Thai, it means have. Like you might go into 7-Eleven or yeah. So I have used that word in class as the Spanish version of that so many times, and have been like, oh crap, I'm using that way wrong. So that has caused me a ton of issues. Let's see. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is how important quantifiers are. So for instance, if you want cake, how would you ask for that?
Me cake in mouth now.
Okay.
Ape
no,
strong.
Me bite food, cake in mouth.
No. In English. In English.
Yeah, I know.
not-
That's what
that
we're
was
doing.
English. You understood what we were saying.
Oh my god.
Can I have
okay.
Can I have a piece of cake?
Okay. So you said a piece of cake. So.
I know. I want the whole fucking cake.
So I mean,
All of it. The whole.
for
cheesecake.
instance, a piece of
Quantifier.
cake is, cake. With cake is cake in Thai. Luckily, that makes that easy. Just
Fuck, I know Thai.
a lot
now.
of. There's a lot of words where you just accent the word in a Thai accent, and it becomes like sataberi, it becomes Thai. Cake, computer are all words that are also in
Is
Thai.
kilometer, out of curiosity, is kilometer in Thai?
Kilometer.
How about kilometer?
Kilometer. No, it'd be kilometer.
Sorry. You're right. Shut up. It's
But actually,
You're right.
Just to say that Colton, with his mispronunciation of the English one, is closer to the way that you would say it in Thai, which is kilo meat.
Yeah, closer to Thai, but he lives in America.
okay.
Just saying.
It's all good. Fuck you.
He speaks freedom languages.
I am a man of the people of the world. Thank you very much.
But so right now we're learning all of these quantifiers. Like train has their own special one. So you would say Rotfai Song Kabuan or parade Song Kabuan, which means two parades, two trains. Kruang Bin Sam Lam, which would mean 3 airplanes. So again, anything that contains anything else, like if you have a cup and you're talking about the cup itself, you would say gao nung bai, because bai is so also a backpack. So gabao nung bai. So basically anything, even your hat, because it contains your head, would be muak nung bai.
So just because
so an empty hat.
It's still
Okay.
the hat
it has
off
the
of your
potential
head.
to hold my head.
Yes, even an empty
Okay.
backpack is still the same thing.
So
An
how,
empty.
how do you say like a red hat? Like, do you put the adjective? Do you put the adjective
So it would
before?
be
Do you put it after?
It would be after. So it's opposite of English. So it's like most languages. So it'd be muak
A hat,
nung
right?
nung bai si nam ngun. Actually, maybe
Okay.
si tao in his case.
Okay,
Si
so
nam
and
ngun.
actually, you're aligning with more of a Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu, where it says a bowl is most useful when empty. So
My
like
head.
that whole thing that it could potentially hold my hat, you'd still say it.
Yeah.
That's
That makes sense.
Now, if I
wonder what
want
other Asian languages do that.
water, so if I'm at a restaurant and I order water, I want nam pao, which means plain water or water plain, nung gao. So the quantifier for the water is gao. Although you never order water in Thailand in gaos, which is something that I constantly screw up because you
Bottles.
order it in bottles. And they just bring you a glass of nam kang, which is ice.
Okay, so if you
So they
order a
bring you
glass of water, you get ice.
If you order a glass of water, you're just doing it improperly. So if
Will
you
they give you a glass of water? Or would you just end up with a?
they would kind of
They'd
in
be
my
like, why the hell do you want a
experience
glass of water?
in my experience if they know that I'm trying to like use Thai and I'm struggling through it, they'll correct me and they'll go kuat. And then they'll bring me, the bottle, but they'll also bring, because it's just common, you have ice with your water, you have ice with your beer, which, yeah, I know. So it's a hot country. You have ice with your beer
I was
here.
gonna say, ice is a luxury. And it's hot
yeah.
outside. It's hot outside.
Okay.
Everywhere has ice. Ice is a...
I know, but it's a hot country.
Okay, so America has its hot places, and we don't put our beer on ice. What we do is we put
Frosted
our
mug.
mugs in the freezer. Do they not do that there? They just put ice in the
Some
glass?
places will do that, but if you consider the size of the refrigeration unit to put mugs into it versus having ice, which ice is delivered constantly, available everywhere, it's easier to have ice than to have the mugs. Also,
So you have
if
weak-ass
you're-
beer. Got it.
yeah, if you're a beer snob, you're probably not drinking Leo, Sing, or Chang.
Fair enough.
At least that's what I've been told by people who like beer, or people who like
So known as weirdos.
fancy beer people. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not a fancy beer person.
I
drink-
stand by that statement.
I drink exactly 3 different kinds of beer. Corona, which is unfortunate.
Which is the
Guinness.
best beer?
Guinness.
Ugh.
Blue Moon. Those are my 3 beers.
At least it
I
wasn't
will-
like Coors
I will
Light,
drink
Bud Light,
almost
and
anything
Pabst.
that's in front of me. I don't drink
Pabst.
Natty Light. I don't drink Pabst. I don't drink IPAs.
Wow.
I hate IPAs.
You're going to have your Colorado license revoked for that statement.
Oh, fuck them.
For no
Wait,
Pabst.
isn't Blue Moon a color? No,
Blue Moon is a Colorado
Cali-
beer.
Okay, so
Blue
he's
Moon-
still good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, he's okay, but people are gonna
You're
look
on
at
thin
him
ice,
strange.
though, buddy.
Yeah,
You're on
for
thin
not
ice.
liking
And then
Pabst.
I also love cider, so like Angry Orchard or a really good
Oh, yeah.
pear cider. Yeah.
Which is not beer, but I also
It is a
like-
malted beverage, which is technically beer in the state of Colorado, according to the Colorado Revised statutes. Which
Actually,
I have memorized still. Because
I've seen that here too, where a lot of places that are beer, that it's not many that don't have like Sangsom or something, but you can still get a cider from a decent amount of the hoity-toity places in Bangkok. But anyway, I think it's time for Colton to tell us about taking a breath of fish or something.
Oh, fuck, I have nothing prepared. But I guess I'll just start talking anyways. So we here on Earth are pretty lucky, honestly. I mean, we've talked about it before. We're well within the Goldilocks zone. We have a relatively calm main sequence star providing warmth, and that with many thousands of other factors allow life to exist on our little floating rock in space. That's pretty good. So I am curious, though. Do you guys know what the 7 main characteristics of life are?
Ooh,
So I'll give you. See if you can. I'll give you one. So one is sensitivity. So a creature or any life form will react to outside stimuli, whether it be light, danger, pain, anything like that. So sensitivity is one of the 7.
Movement.
2, movement. Starts with F. It doesn't start with F, but the funny one starts with F. Fucking.
It
Being able
produces
to
energy.
reproduce. Yeah.
Respiration.
Respiration.
And reproduction.
Reproduction. It produces energy.
That's technically respiration.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, it's cellular respiration. It's a better way
All
to
right,
put it.
fine.
Yeah, it's
All right.
So we've got reacts to the environment. We've got
So sensitivity,
Reproduction.
respiration.
3 more.
consensus
its
environment.
No. So
Wow,
the
we
other
both said the same thing at the exact same time, and we were both wrong. Fuck
both
you,
fucking
Colton.
wrong. Fuck you. But the other 3 are nutrition, meaning you get energy from outside yourself, whether it
Okay.
be from sunlight, food, whatever. Excretion, which is you are getting rid of waste products from energy production and nutrition, and growth. So those are the 7. Pretty simple, which I'd say are pretty.
I like
pretty,
that they. Yeah, this leaves it open.
Yeah,
to
there are
non-carbon based life too.
Yeah, this is kind of what scientists have figured is it's pretty simple. It's kind of a grade school version of it. To help you remember all of these, the handy little acronym is Mrs. NERG, NERG. So that's something I learned. Apparently that's big in Britain. So I don't remember learning that in grade school or even
I
high
distinctly
school.
remember the mitochondria or the powerhouse of the cell. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
See, I was hoping someone would mention that mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell because that's kind of what I want to talk about. So, scientists from Tel Aviv recently announced that one of those 7 characteristics might actually not be necessary, at least according to what our understanding of life is. At least, so basically Earth-based life. So, let me give you a picture. Meet Heneguia salmonicola. And aren't
That
these
looks
just
like
the cutest
sperm.
little sperm? Oh, totally.
Yep.
It's not sperm. It is a parasite, actually. That is actually very closely related to salmon, or to jellyfish and corals, actually. But they're kind of cute. I mean, tadpoles and sperm if you want to be a pervert like Charlie. But I did think that too when I first saw this. So
Thanks for that.
It's okay. It's okay. But also, I'm going to show you a different picture of it, and it's not nearly as cute. Those white little dots, that is Heneguia salmonicola. Heneguia salmonicola is also known as milky flesh and tapioca disease, which doesn't that just make you want to go out and have sushi right now? So
It makes me want to have
disgusting.
tapioca, actually.
Disgusting, because there's a video I found of this stuff, and it's like a freaking blister popping. It's absolutely disgusting. Like they squeeze the fish, and it just, disgusting. But I'm
It
just
makes
gonna
me
call
not
it HS.
want to have fish, but I do want tapioca.
But I'm just gonna call it HS from now on because I am ruining the Latin, and I apologize to any people who speak Latin, the dead language. So it is a salmon-dwelling parasite, as I said, related to the jellyfish and corals, some jellyfish and corals. But HS has something that is unique among all discovered life. Or I guess specifically, it actually doesn't have something. It is missing a specific mitochondrial genome that allows cells to process oxygen as a means of respiration, cellular respiration. So basically what that means is that this is the first life that has ever been discovered that does not need oxygen in any way. It is it respirates anaerobically or aerobically.
Anaerobically.
Anaerobically. Okay, I didn't say it right.
Aerobic is with oxygen. Anaerobic is without.
Yeah, but this is the first one that doesn't require it at all in any sense of the word. It can literally not process oxygen. Doesn't have the ability to do it. So it turns out that fish flesh doesn't have a lot of oxygen in it, which makes sense. So basically, HS, the parasite went through a process of de-evolution, which is losing a function, basically losing a function of its predecessors. And specifically in this one, this is a function that has existed since the beginning of life. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, and one of the things it uses is oxygen to create energy. That is true for all life, except for this very specific parasite.
That we know about so far.
Exactly. So why this is kind of a big deal is when we're searching for life on other planets, the presence of oxygen is a major important factor or indicator for supporting life, which, because again, most life that we knew about requires oxygen of some kind. But with the discovery of HS, maybe we need to broaden our definition a bit. As Cody said, the 7 characteristics do not say it has to have carbon-based life forms. Like one of the things we've learned is there are creatures on the planet that don't have anything to do with the sun in terms of warmth, in terms of their life cycle. There are creatures at the bottom of the ocean that only survive from the heat of the earth, which we didn't know about. So that's a brand new form of life in some way. So it's going to be interesting as we keep searching, as we map more genomes out there, how we're going to see how life is a bit more complicated than what we know about it. But so just kind of an interesting little thing I discovered, and I just had to put this in as well because life
will find a way.
Finds a way.
I think anytime this is one of those pictures that has an audio cue to it in your head.
Totes.
That you think that
I love that movie.
I love that movie too, but their biggest travesty is name the name of the character that Samuel L. Jackson played. You can't do it. You cannot do it.
Samuel L. Jackson was in... We're talking the first one?
Yeah. Hold on to your butts.
Was he a soldier?
When he's resetting the computer program, smoking a cigarette.
Oh, fuck. You're right.
You can't do it. That is the problem with a Spielberg Samuel L. Jackson movie, that Quentin Tarantino would never have that problem. But, riffing on your topic a little bit, there are conceivably other forms of life that aren't, carbon-based.
Oh, definitely.
That they would theoretically either be silicon-based or ammonia-based or arsenic-based. And if you extrapolate the periodic table and the relative position of silicon or arsenic, that, the organic chemistry wouldn't be carbon-based, it would be one of those. Then instead of having oxygen as a primary, respiratory element, you would have the associated xenon or nitrogen.
Oh yeah,
base.
like
If you
like I
want to
said,
see an
what's specific about-
interesting version of this, your homework is to watch the movie Evolution.
right.
You're right. That's actually a good one.
They
What is that
are-
one based on?
I think
based
they're
on whatever's in
arsenic-based. I think they're
Is it arsenic?
arsenic based.
Yeah, I forget.
Yeah, the comedy science movie Evolution, which is an amazing movie. I love that fucking movie.
Give me back my friend, you giant sphincter.
But the point is saying is this is just the first provable instance of this type of thing. It technically because the parasite still needs to create energy, obviously, because you need energy to move. It's still technically life. It is life. Like they don't know if it like steals proteins from the fish, and that kind of creates those weird blisters to actually create the reaction, because they can still make ATP. They still have mitochondria in their cell, so they're still the quote unquote powerhouse of the cell. There's just a different form of everything that we've known so far.
I would argue if they consume the flesh of an oxygen-based organism, they are simply outsourcing their dependence on oxygen.
Well, that's the thing. They don't fully know. They don't know exactly how it's done yet. So they could. This could be just another boring oxygen breather, basically. But it's still a different, on a cellular level. It is different than every other form of life that has been discovered. There are theoretical, obviously, other life forms out there that could exist based on chemistry and other factors. But this is the first one that has been proven to not need oxygen, at least in the conventional sense so far. So, cool shit.
Yeah,
just gonna
for sure.
Science, baby, always fun. Science. But yeah,
All right.
cool. Anything else y'all want to talk about, or have we actually done it? Have we done an episode?
I think we've done an
I think
episode
we've
under
done
an
an
hour
episode.
for the first time.
Fuck, we've done.
We
done
just
an
had to
episode.
cut people out of the show.
Right. Fucking Brandon and him being long-winded. God damn it. All right.
That is
well,
our fault. That is
Yeah,
our fault, to be
we
fair.
created that monster. We did create that.
Or it's him for having topics that are very discussion worthy.
Right.
True.
Very
Type
much
12,
engaging.
baby. But I think I'm going to do this for the first time. Thanks for joining us on this episode of This Week I'm Learning. You can find us wherever you listen to your podcasts, as well as on YouTube at This Week I'm Learning. For you social media peeps out there, you can find us on Twitter at ThisTWIL. If you'd like to contact us, you can send an email to twil@thetechpirate.net. We will see you guys next week.
It's fine. We're just not going to do plugs. It's fine. It's fine.
Fuck!
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot about that. And maybe this is why we don't cut people out of the show.
Charlie, where the fuck could the internet find you?
Oh, YouTube, Twitch, Milnor. You're gonna see me twitching a lot recently with Halo Infinity, which is fucking fantastic. And playing
Is that
the
because you're
Fuck.
dying?
Oh,
is,
God,
Is
I
that what you're
can't-
saying? You're
Colton,
twitching on the
we
ground?
need to play the co-op campaign. It is gonna be so
Is it
fucking
out?
cool.
It's not out till May.
Well,
That's a
I
Reddit
know,
thing.
I know,
Which
but
is
I'm playing the
annoying.
campaign right now, and it is so fucking good. So
Tell you
fucking
what,
good.
I'll even get it in May. I'll get it in
Okay,
May.
it
It's
and
going to be
I'll play.
four-player co-op, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gonna be 4-player co-op. Cody, it is. I'm gonna hot take. It is the Fallout of Halo. You can walk around. It's an open world where it really doesn't matter. Like you could, do 30 minutes of the open world and finish the storyline if you want, just like Fallout, or you can do all of the side things and do all of the questing and find all of the things and then go smack the boss. Like it's so good. It's so good. It's everything I ever wanted in a Halo game. And the level design, you're going to be like the first 2 missions, you're going to be like, "Oh, it's Halo level design. Everything that I hate about level design." And then it's open world and you're like, "Oh, holy shit."
Okay.
And then you're suddenly going to decide that you're Spider-Man with the grapple hook, and then It's fantastic. It's just fantastic.
You're going to Just Cause Halo style.
Oh, yes, absolutely. It is Just Cause Halo style. But so Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, I'm always Milnor, always everywhere, because I didn't diversify my usernames like everyone else did apparently, except for Colton. Cody, where can we find you?
Speaking of non-diversifying,
Yeah, speaking of
peer diversifying,
of realizing that your name that you created when you were 13 probably isn't the appropriate name for business cards. I am Psychonitrous. Also known as Roman Geek, also known as Striving to Fail. You can find me on YouTube as Striving Fail. You can find me on the Instagram as Zito Valder, because why not? Yeah, that's all I'm going to tell you today. Yep.
All right, Colton.
check out previous episodes. My fucking name is Colton Roper. I'm never going to host again because I didn't do the very basic thing of pluggables. But that's okay. Maybe next year I'll do better. Go by Seeker4761 in all the places. Twitch.tv/Seeker4761, where been streaming some Halo, Apex Legends. Did finish a video review of Heat Signature, which is pretty fun little game. Check it out. Game Review Thursday on YouTube. And yeah, I guess instead of the regular outro, fucking like and subscribe to TWIL. So yeah, do it, please.
If you want.
Help us.
If you want.
No,
Hey,
do it.
If you
do
want.
it.
If you want.
All right,
Do
No
it.
pressure.
And
Let it
No
flow.
pressure. No
Let
pressure.
the hate flow through you.
No pressure.
Bye.
And now outro. So I would like to point out the observation that I've made, because I watch every episode and I'm always the first viewer and I'm always the first person to like it. Fuck you both.
I'm second or third. Relax.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
edit
You're
it.
close.
I watch
but
it.
You're not the first.
I also
many
edit
times.
half part of it.
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Cody, you are
Technic-
fascinated with playing the entire outro song, the theme song. Every episode, you play the whole fucking song. Colton, you play like 17 seconds of it. And There's nothing wrong with that. I have no problem with the way you guys do it. And they're both great ways. But I would put the flags like halfway between the both of you. If I were in charge of editing, which I will never be.
No
I
one
fucking
cares
hate
about
editing.
listening to our song that long.
Hey.
So my philosophy, and I think Cody does this too, is kind of start it up like when we're doing the pluggables.
Just
and then
like building it up.
and then bring it up, and then we end at some place.
Yeah. And then you play
just
the
did
whole
the whole song.
and it's like a Marvel where you sit through the whole fucking credits. You need to know where every second set designer person, his name, before you get to see the exit credits. Whereas
To be
Colton's
fair,
like,
you might miss it.
I just want to see director and main stars, and then BAM! Extra credits.
Like I don't exactly. Boom. They can search it. They got 70 episodes of this bullshit. They could 71, I guess, at this point. So, which, by the way, good job, everyone.
Hey,
I'm
yeah,
impressed with us.
fuck yeah.
I'm actually blown away that we've kept this going this long. So.
I just wish and
As our
hope that
final
we get
episode.
one more episode in 2021 with the 5 of us before the year flips, because I have an idea for the next episode with the 5 of us, which is the year predictions. Because I'll be the first to say,
yeah.
I was fucking wrong. I was optimistic and I'm disappointed, but I was fucking wrong. So
Yeah, you were. I remember what yours was now. Yeah, you were.
I forget
Mine
what
was kind of
God, I
wishy-washy
don't-
in the first place. So,
all right.
I don't even remember what mine was.
oh, we're totally doing that. That would be fun.
Yep.
Fucking
In fact,
Tim and
I
Brandon,
think
get your ass here.
the next episode, let's see. Well, the next episode is the 20th, and then the last episode of the year is the 27th. So we have 2 weeks to do it. So I think next week we're a full complement, but I would like to point out that we should probably do it for the 27th.
By the way,
or-
next week is a multiple of 12.
Oh, so we're drinking.
Fuck me.
Don't
Wait, is
worry.
it? Oh, fuck it is.
I have no problem with that.
Stay tuned.